On some. I've watched quite a few of these. A lot of others. What? Hey guys, thanks for stopping by my channel. So today I am doing the perfect palette tag. I was tagged by my friend Melanie or Mr. Kong's mom here on YouTube. I'm gonna link her video in the description box and totally suggest that you guys check that one out as well. We have some similar answers for some of the questions here, and then we have some different ones too. So I've watched quite a few of these tag videos and I think they're really informative. Like, I've kind of changed my perspective on some palettes that I don't own that I thought maybe I had a good handle on. So I think this is a really great tag. I'm going to list the questions in the description box, so if you want to do this, please feel free, and let's get started. So the first question is best packaging. Hands down, I have to give this to this particular palette from the Balm, which is the Balm Jovi palette. Reason being, they have addressed one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to palette packaging, and that is they have separated the cream products from the powder products. I have avoided buying so many palettes in the past that have the cream products and the powder products mixed together because you get that fallout from the eyeshadows in your cream products, and then I just don't want to use them anymore. So I just love how simplistic this is, but genius. Like, so you have all your powder products up here. You've got 12 eyeshadows, a luminizer, and a blush. Below here in your second segment, you have 2 cream products, and these double up as lip and cheek products. You can use them as lip stains or cheek stains. Cheek stains. So I just think that's perfect. So despite the fact that this might be a really simplistic idea, I think it's just well thought out because you're not getting, you're not ruining your cream products with your powder products. So the next question is the best color payoff. Melanie and I both agreed on this one. I have to give it to the new Laura Mercier palette. This is the Artist for Eyes palette. Artist palette for Eyes. I can never remember the name of this. I'll put it down below. These colors are gorgeous. I do have a tutorial using these, collab that I did with my friend Felicia. And these colors, you guys, are so rich and pigmented, are phenomenal. And this palette really makes me curious about the other Laura Mercier palettes out there. I haven't tried any before, but this one I've only had for about a week, and it is so amazing. So absolutely love this. Color payoff is phenomenal. Highly suggest. Next question is the most versatile. I have to give that, probably no surprise if you watch my channel, to the Lorac Pro palette. This palette has just such a great variety of color and also finish. So you've got a whole row of mattes and a whole row of shimmer, and the color selection here is great. You've got a lot of neutrals over here on this side, and then you get some kind of golden and bronzy tones, and then down here you get like this beautiful garnet color. You get a really nice deep purple, and then you've got like a slate, a black, an espresso. These colors are very highly pigmented as well. I love this palette. If I had to just keep one palette in my whole collection, it would be a hard decision, but it would be this one because I know I could do pretty much any look I wanted to with this. Unless you were going for like something incredibly bright. There's not like a neon yellow in here or anything, but I don't usually go for that kind of look, so this would do me just fine. But you can do a smoky eye, a neutral eye, you can work with those purples, and it's just, I cannot talk enough about how much I love this palette. Definitely the most versatile palette that I own. The next question is best palette for travel, and I have to say the Lorac Pro To Go is my go-to travel palette. I usually take this. Reason being, it is nice and compact. Like, it just kind of, you have all this stuff in here and it just kind of folds up nicely. Okay. It is held together just by magnets, but I do think it's pretty sturdy. Like, you can shake it and nothing's coming open. Reason I love this is I think it has everything you need. You've got 6 really beautiful eyeshadows here, highly pigmented, just like the Pro palette. You also get a couple brushes, some nice mirrors, and then on the other side you get 2 blushes and a bronzer. So you've got like everything in this nice little compact travel kit. Also, these eyeshadows I have used before as highlighters. This shell color is really pretty. So I feel like you really have everything you need in here. Bronzer, eyeshadow, highlight, blush, and even a couple brushes. So definitely this is my go-to travel palette. Next question is biggest regret, and I had to really think about that because most of my palettes I really do love. There's not many that I regret, but in the end I had to go with the Bobbi Brown Rich Chocolates palette. This was a limited edition. It came out a couple months back, and I bought it pretty much as soon as it came out. I kind of did it on a whim, just ordered it online. I didn't see it in person. Reason I did it is because I love my single eyeshadow I have from Bobbi Brown's in Champagne Quartz. It is beautiful. I love it. So I was really impressed with that shadow. I wanted to try some more. And I mean, if you look at this, it's a beautiful neutral palette. It came with a nice brush, and there are some really nice colors in here. Bone is a great highlight color, and then down here, you have a couple really nicely pigmented, smooth, rich colors that, you know, I've come to expect from this brand. The reason I kind of regret it is because these two colors in the middle here, this kind of champagne-y color and then this light brown with glitter, the pigmentation on these, you guys, is like nothing. I mean, seriously, I can rub my fingers on these, and then when I put them on my hand, there is barely anything there. I mean, if you really, really, really work at this champagne color, you can get a bit of payoff. I don't know if you can even really see it. There it is. I guess the reason I regret it is because this palette was $50 Canadian, and it's a fairly small palette. It comes with 7 shadows, and when 2 of those are duds, I guess, you know, if I would have known that, I wouldn't have purchased it. I mean, like I said, there are some nice colors. I will use those nice colors, but if I would have known that, you know, they weren't all up to par, I probably wouldn't have purchased this. Okay, so the next question is best color names. I love this question, and I have to give it to the Bomb. All their palettes, all their eyeshadow names, just in general, I think they are genius. So you've got like the Bomb Jovi palette that I talked about earlier, and when you open this up, you've got names like Metallica, Blink 1982, The Stroke, Rem, Led Zeppelin, like L-E-A-D Zeppelin. Down here, the lip colors are called Millie and Vanilli. I just think, I don't know, it doesn't take much to entertain me. You've got Meet Matte, Nude, and then all of the eyeshadow colors in here are named after different Matts. So you've got Matt Johnson, Matt Garcia, Matt Malloy, and then of course the Nude Tude palette. They just play off of the whole nude thing, and you've got like your pinup girls covering their goods with the eyeshadows, and then the names are like, you know, sultry, sexy, serious, silly, sleek, seductive, and I just love this. Whoever comes up with the names and just the concepts for all of the Bomb palettes is genius. Like, good job. Okay, so the next question is least used, and I just took a long hard look at my collection, and I realized the one that I really do use the least is this one. This is the Winterberry palette from Coastal Scents. It's not that I don't really like this palette, I do. It has some really pretty colors in it, and it's got some great payoff. I mean, these colors are quite pigmented. Hopefully you can see that. I guess the reason I don't reach for it very much is because they're all quite shimmery. There's no mattes in here at all, and I feel like I always reach for another palette with it. So, like, I really like this kind of garnet burgundy color, and I used to use this one a lot until I got my Lorac Pro palette, which has a very similar color in it. So, you know, I just feel like not everything I need is in this palette, so I don't tend to reach for it much because I have to grab a bunch of other things, where some of my other palettes have everything I need. So, like I said, it's not a bad palette, I just don't reach for it that much. The last question is your most used, most loved Desert Island palette. That, no surprise again, Lorac Pro. Like I said, if I could only have one palette, it would be this one. You've got everything you need. I don't even think I need to say it anymore. You guys are like, shut up. We know you love this palette. I do. Like, I just love it so much. Everything you need. This palette just screams, Stephanie, put me on your eyes. So that's what I do most days. Absolutely love this palette. If you just want one, get this one. Anyway, so that sums up my perfect palette tag. I really enjoy doing this. I love palettes. I have a bunch of palettes that I just could talk about as well that I love, but these were the ones that fit the categories in this particular tag the best. I will tag some specific people to do this, but if you want to do it, just please do, and let me know what your favorite palette is in the questions below. I really appreciate you guys watching. Take care of each other, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye, guys.